Characters' coldest moments. There are a lot of them. A moment where you watch it, you feel like you went through 3 ice ages at once. I remember a few characters who gave me that same type of reaction, so I decided to make a video listing those characters' cold moments and what to learn from them. Zahir is a top-tier villain. He's my favorite because we've never had an airbender villain in Avatar. And in my opinion, he is the best Avatar villain ever. Because, my God, it shows. What he did during his time on the show is nothing short but menacing. Bro went to Menace University, got a PhD in methodology. Man convinced J. Jonah Jameson that he's a bigger menace than the freaking wall crawler. He's cooking! And he did this while Zahir was an airbender for like a hot minute. Huh? Yep, that's right. He wasn't an airbender at first. You see, there was a thing called harmonic convergence, where every 10,000 years, the planet aligns and the spirit energy are at its most powerful, causing the North and South Pole portals to activate. Usually the Avatar is supposed to close the portals before harmonic convergence ends, but Korra decided to keep it open, causing the spirits to roam the earth and people with latent airbending genes to come out. And Zahir was one of those people. And when he got it, he went straight to work. No fuss, no fuss. He got his crew, the Red Lotus, with this sexy, tall behemoth of a woman, and executed his plan immediately. Did I mention this sexy Goliath? There's something about a woman who could obliterate me with a combustion blast that just gets me all, ugh. Yeah. Zahir's plan revolves around his philosophy. Zahir is an anarchist. He believes that in order for mankind to truly be free, we must return to our old ways. So his plan, in simple terms, is to destroy all forms of government, kill all the world leaders, and the Avatar, and by doing that, it will restore balance to chaos and order. He started with the Earth Queen by quite literally taking her breath away. When I first saw this scene, a lot of things happened. I gasped like a schoolgirl. Then I started clapping because I hate the Earth Queen. Finally, I came to the realization that Zahir is that guy. And also, thank God the Airbenders are a peaceful nation, because if they wanted to take over the world, it would be a wrap. There would be no 100-year war. They would be too busy with their breath being taken away to even try to fight back. What I learned from Zahir is to be patient and prepare yourself. And once the opportunity arises, whether you waited for, sought after, or it was given to you, you take that opportunity and you ride it to its fullest capabilities.
Where am I?
The debate on who's the best live-action Spider-Man honestly shouldn't really be a debate, considering that none of the other Spider-Man has gotten someone to literally pray for his downfall. Let me explain. You see, in Spider-Man 3, we're introduced to Eddie Brock. In the movie, Eddie is a mirror reflection to Peter Parker. See, while Peter is kind-hearted, caring, hardworking, and a morally good person, Brock is none of those things. In the movie, J. Jonah Jameson tasks whoever gets a photo of Spider-Man committing a crime gets a staff job with a decent salary, which is classic JJ. Instead of giving the job to Peter, you know, the guy who's been working with the Bugle for practically years now, just make him fight for a decent salary against a random schmuck. Later in the movie, Peter finds a photo of Spidey committing a crime in the front page. Peter, while wearing the black suit, is visibly upset and pissed off. So he went to the Bugle, confronts and exposes Brock to everybody that the photo is fake, which led to him getting fired. That leads Eddie to go to church, go down on his knees, and beg to God to kill Peter Parker. That is tough! I mean, think about it. This man converted to a whole religion to ask God to kill someone. That is cold as shit, and you cannot even argue. I did not know one of Peter's abilities is coldness. I mean, damn. Did Andrew ever do that? Did Tom? Not even my boy Miles did that. No, that was Tobey freaking Maguire. What makes this even colder is that Peter does not even care. He has no knowledge of this. He's too busy focusing on his own shit, you know, the symbiote and trying to get that shit out of him. I saw this scene and I took this as a lesson and a reminder that if someone is actively praying for your downfall, you're doing something right in your life.
call me an asshole one more time.
Hancock was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. I love Will Smith, and I love superheroes. It was a goated Abomination. The moment happens in a prison scene. Hancock is in prison because of a guy named Ray. Ray is in public relations. He was saved by Hancock from getting hit by a train. To return the favor, he offered to fix Hancock's image, and by doing that is to go to prison. The plan is that by going to prison, it will do two things. One, it will show accountability on Hancock's end, and two, the people will take him for granted once the crime rate goes up. Hancock obviously was reluctant at first, but he eventually agreed. Literally on his first day, every motherfucker in the joint rolled in around him. Hancock, not having it, tells everyone that he just wants to go to his cell. They don't budge. This time, he looks at the two guys in front of him and he says this.
You don't move, your head is going up his ass.
Of course, they don't believe him, so he had to demonstrate.
Shoot you, asshole.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
Man, Hancock basically said, "Here comes the choo-choo," on the rear end. It's like Hancock's trying to audition to be in Mortal Kombat. But that would be sick though. Omni-Man versus Hancock. When I saw this scene, I was 10 years old. And I know that's crazy for a 10-year-old to look at, but I didn't even flinch. I was looking at the screen with a deadpan stare, witnessing the coldest moment I've seen in movie history. I was also thinking, what do you think was gonna happen? You thought you were all gonna gang up on him and win? Do you not see what this man could do? Sure, they never show the head going through the ass, but the reaction from everybody makes it cold, because it's the first time the words, "I'ma put your head in another dude's ass," taken literally. I feel bad for that one dude who had to go to big shows with little hole. I mean, think about it. If that was me, knowing the fact that I was in another dude's ass, I swear to God, that would be my 13 reason. The lesson I learned from Hancock is to stand up for yourself and hold your ground. But to be honest, the real lesson is from these two guys, and that is, think before you do something. Because if you don't, you end up in a situation you really don't want to be in. That's all the moments I can think of. If you guys have any moments that are cold as mine, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.